What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a 360 on a wakeboard.
I just hope this.
This video is for you guys who've never tried a 360 and you're maybe wondering how to start your first 360 or where to do your first 360. But it's also for you guys who already know how to do a 360 maybe on the surface or on an obstacle, and you want to take it to that next level of maybe doing it off the kicker, adding a grab to it, or doing it off an obstacle. Basically, we're going to cover everything about the 360 on a wakeboard in today's video. So step number one isn't even on the water, it's actually on land, because a 360 is a very simple trick to learn and actually very easy, but the beginning can be very hard because the handle pass is quite confusing. A lot of people, when they do a 360, they think you just pass the handle, but they forget that the cable is actually pulling you in a direction. So they'll go to pass the handle and they're getting pulled there and the handle's too far away. So to start the 360, you want to give a strong pull into your hip to make sure that the handle is right there. And then you really want to keep it there close to your butt, so that when you're going to reach for the handle, you're not searching for it anywhere, you're bringing it to where you know it is, and you're just gonna go there, grab it, look over the shoulder, that's a very important step, and then get ready for your landing. Now it's the same thing if you wanna do it backside. You're gonna pull into your other hip, keep it close to your butt, pass the handle, look over the other shoulder, and then let it come around. As soon as you've got done that handle pass and you look over the shoulder, it'll just whip you around. Passing the handle is kind of as if you're clapping your hands behind your back, right? You're pulling, and then you're clapping your hands behind your back, getting the handle from this hand to this hand, and just make sure you're looking in the way you're going. Woo! All right, so now it gets fun. Once you spend the time you needed on the side, kind of getting used to the handle pass movement on the ground or on a trampoline, you're now ready to do a surface 360 on the water, which is the second step to doing a 360 like a pro. So when you do a surface 360 on the flat, you kind of want the water to be nice and flat so you're not going to risk being wobbly. And you want to do that movement you did on the side, but all in one movement just here on the water. So strong pull into the hip, clap those hands behind your back and look over the shoulder. Now we're gonna do one for my left foot forward, guys. So same thing, nice under the cable, strong pull into that hip, start the rotation, look over. And you want it to be all in one movement. If you're wasting time here trying to get the handle or hesitating or not looking over, that's a bigger chance for you to kind of go off to the side and run into an obstacle or catch an edge. Now for those of you that rather do it backside, same thing, strong pull into the other hip, pass the handle, look over the shoulder, and just come around. I would say the two common mistakes are that people usually don't pull hard enough, so they'll kind of go for a small pull, the handle's all the way here, not in their butt, they can't reach it. So make sure you give one strong pull straight into the hip so it's right there, and pass the handle. And then the second one, like I mentioned earlier, is they'll get here, they'll pass the handle, they're still looking there, so it's hard for them to turn over this way. So just make sure you give a strong pull, clap those hands behind your back, look over the shoulder, and you'll get it first try. So once the surface 360 becomes easy for you, you're ready for step number 3, and that's to do a 360 on an obstacle. So perfect obstacle would be something like this rainbow or this box right here. All right, so when you want to do your first 360 on an obstacle, you want to come with a nice edge that'll get you till the end of that obstacle, get on nicely, and then do that movement that you've been doing on the water or on land, all in one movement. When you're coming into the obstacle, you want your arms slightly out so you have that space to pull. So just come in slow, nice pull into the hip, clap those hands behind your back, and just keep looking over your shoulder and just let yourself spin all in one movement. Let's do one for my left foot, guys, on an obstacle like a tabletop where you should ride up first, where it's not just one whole rail without an entrance. So you're gonna come up, ride up first. Once you're on it, do that pull, look over the shoulder, and just make sure that that first pull really brings the handle right to your butt, right where you want the handle to be, so you know right where to go. Now let's do one backside, because I know some people prefer to do it backside than front side. So it's the same thing, but you're gonna pull it into your front hip rather than your back hip. So pull it into your right butt cheek or front butt cheek, clap those hands behind your back, switch the handle into the other hand, look over the shoulder, and just whoop-ow, turn over. Step number 4 now, which is gonna be to do a 360 off a kicker or a mini kicker, if you prefer to do your first one off the mini kicker before taking it over to the big kicker. I think the best way to break it up on a kicker is to give a strong pull on the way up, so that by the time you're off the kicker, the handle is just right where it should be, and then when you're in the air, you go to pass the handle and look over the shoulder. If you pull a little too late, You'll get a lot more slack pulling on the way up because you're sliding on that plastic than you would in the air. So it's a lot easier to give a nice pull on the way up, so the handle's right there, and then you do all the rest in the air. So you want to come in nice soft edge, good pull on the way up, look over the shoulder past the handle in the air. So doing something like a 720 on an obstacle where you can already do a 360 might help you with the kicker, because it'll show that you really know how to pull it in past the handle, do it all in one movement really confidently, and then when you go to do it off the kicker, it'll kind of just feel the same, but with a slightly harder pull and nothing under you. Then when you've done a few on the mini kicker and that feels chill, same thing on the big kicker. Come in with a nice soft edge, pull on the way up, keep the handle real close to your back, and just look over the shoulder and just make sure to get low and absorb that landing so you don't land with straight legs and hurt your knee. Now let's just do one backside on my left foot. Same technique as you've been doing till now everywhere. Pull on the way up, boom. Nice strong pull on the way up, so the handle is right here. As soon as you get off the kicker, go straight for the handle pass, look over the shoulder, turn around, spot where you want to land, and then absorb your landing. Step number 5, the final step, maybe the hardest one, which is a 360 off an obstacle. So you want to come in pretty smooth edge, arms slightly out, ride up, strong pull, look over the shoulder, make sure you go for the handle pass as soon as you're coming off the obstacle. Now let's do one on the right foot. On a slightly smaller obstacle, you're going to come in, strong pull, boom, and whip it all off at the end. Damn, I almost fell. Ideally, you want something with a bit more height so you have a bit more time, something that a height that you're comfortable landing off of. But as it gets better, you kind of want to find a smaller obstacle so that you really learn how to spin really fast and control it really well. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try take it to blind. So same thing, strong pull at the end, pull it right into your back, but really hard into your back, so when you land, it's right there. It's not pulling you out of that blind position. Yahoo! So there you go. You've got all the basics you need for the 360. Now you can basically do a 360 everywhere. Doing the 360 off the kicker can now help you to do a transfer 360. Whoopah! If you want to take your kicker 360 to the next level, you can learn to put a grab on it. The 360 off an obstacle can now help you with an ollie 360, because you're basically doing what you do off the end of the obstacle but off the water. So ollie, strong pull into your back and look over the shoulder and just turn all in one movement. And one of the final steps after doing the transfer 360 would be the ollie 360 onto an obstacle. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Ooh, that grass is slippery. So there you have it, guys. Step-by-step guide on how to do every single 360 there is in wakeboarding. If you guys have any questions, make sure to let me know down in the comments or DM me on my Instagram. I'm always happy to help. If you guys ever want to book any one-on-one coaching sessions, be sure to DM me on my Instagram or join one of my wakeboard coaching camps. But we're gonna wrap it up right there. I think we've done enough talking about 360s in this 8 to 12 minute video. Please go subscribe if you're not already. I really want to hit 20K by the end of this year, and we're almost getting there. And while you're down there, go like the video and let me know in the comments what kind of tutorials you guys want in the future, and I'll see you guys on Sexy Monday with a new YouTube video. Thanks for watching.